Hey guys, it's Karina. Welcome to The Life of a Mermaid. So here I am in my car again. I swear I live in my car or the gym or home. Those are like the places you will always find me at. But yeah, so happy Thursday. It's been kind of like an off week. I feel like I don't even know what day it is. But yeah, happy Thursday. So I'm actually here at the Boys and Girls Club. I just had my orientation. I'm super excited. So I'm an official volunteer, and so I'll be volunteering once a week. It's for an hour because of my schedule, because of the time I can make it out here and the time that they close and stuff. But I'm still super excited. I mean, it's my foot in the door. I'll be in the nature room. So they have like animals and stuff, and I can do different crafts and activities. So I'm super excited. I'm gonna start creating ideas, get with the staff, and kind of coordinate with her and stuff like that. But I'm super excited. I can't wait. Again, today was my orientation. Starting next Thursday will be like my actual shift, and I'll actually start volunteering or whatnot. But yeah, I'm excited as you can tell. But yeah, no. So today was a good day. I woke up early. Well, I woke up to my alarm. I did my stuff. I went to the gym. I was there for about an hour, a little over an hour. I had a good workout. Felt good. I actually left the gym and left today. Like, I was just felt so energized. Had such an amazing day. It was crazy. And then last night I had my session with Drew, and that was also amazing. Like, we just had a lot of different workouts. Like, we did a lot of new things. And yeah, some of them I'm looking at him like, you fucking hate me right now, don't you? But no, but again, like I was telling him, I was like, I like trying new stuff because it's challenging me, but again, I love a challenge, and I'm learning new things. And like I said, I can feel my body getting stronger. I can feel like I'm able to do more things than I was before. So I feel good. Like I was saying, yeah, it's like in the moment I might feel like I'm gonna fucking pass out, or have to take a moment to be like but like other than that, like I mean, once I'm done, like I feel fucking great, and not just that because I didn't, it's like whatever shit you call it, but not because because of that, but also because it's like, yeah, I fucking did that, like we did squats, but I was kind of like hanging from like these ropey things, and you're grabbing on like this, and you're moving back and forth and doing the squat. So like that was pretty cool. Like things like that I just never would have imagined again me doing. So yeah, so that was really an amazing feeling. Like I was telling Noah, like I love the new workouts, I love the new routines again because it's challenging me physically, mentally, and just every aspect of it. So that's always a good feeling. So I think just kind of that, and again, like we'll always kind of just talk. So again, if you're looking for a personal trainer, like hit me up, I'll give you his info. But yeah, like again, we talk as well, so that always helps. You just kind of what's going on with my daily life, things like that, and just kind of get like different input and stuff like that. He's someone that's very positive. So again, it kind of helps me just kind of shift. Like I joke around with him. I was like, it's like therapy. But yeah, so that was fun. I think that had a lot to do with the mood I was in again today, and then again waking up early, going to the gym, just kind of going with my routine. That always kind of gets me in a good place. But something that I'm working on, and being more aware that I might not always meet my routine, and that's okay. And that's something, again, that because I'm a perfectionist, I want everything, I'm very structured. I'm very like, it has to be a certain way, look a certain way. So again, that's something that I'm dealing with, and that's why I kind of talk about it here. I'll post it on my social media, because when I don't make it to the gym, I'm really hard on myself. I kind of start beating myself up and having these conversations, and it's like, no, like, you're human, shit happens, like, move on. That's not supporting you, and it's not going to change anything if you sit here and beat yourself up. Like, you still didn't make it, so, just move on. So again, in the moments like that, I work out outside, just get creative with it, but just make sure my heart gets some, starts moving, and then again, that I get some sweat in. But yeah, so again, that's kind of why I share that stuff, because I'm very like, things have to look a certain way, but again, I'm learning to let that go and just be present, be in the moment, and just go with it. But yeah, so my day was good. We actually had a little incident at work today, nothing major. which is, you know, I was in my little cubicle, whatever, doing my work, and then out of nowhere it's just like, oh, like evacuate the office, you know. So I'm thinking like fire drill, you know, like they always do that in practice. So I'm kind of like dragging my feet, you know. I'm like, oh, okay, this is, you know, whatever. And then like I hear people say like, yeah, there's smoke, and I'm like, wait, this shit's real? And they're like, yeah. So I'm like, I'm plugging my laptop, getting my purse, grabbing my phone. I mean, of course I forgot my fucking car keys, right? But anyways, yeah, so I'm grabbing my shit. And then, yeah, so I'm like, oh, you know, so whatever, we go outside. We're probably out there for like 40 minutes. I don't know. We thought it was like electrical issues, I guess, in one of our conference rooms. Some of the therapists heard a noise, and then like out of nowhere, then they started like seeing smoke, and you can smell it too throughout some of the building. Obviously, some spots were a little stronger than others. But yeah, so that was crazy. But the firefighters came, the police came, like everyone and their fucking mother came. But they didn't find anything. But again, we were evacuated. We were out there for about 40 minutes. But yeah, so that was kind of interesting, to say the least. So yes, and if anything, lesson I learned is it doesn't matter if it's fire drill, if it's a drill or it's real. Take it serious and get out. You know, do what you're supposed to. Urgency. But yeah, so that was kind of just different, and you know, eventful, I guess. Other than that, like I said, I had a good day. I had a really, really good positive energy today. Just in a really good mood. Again, kind of reaching out to friends, reaching out to like my tribe members, and just been having some really amazing conversations lately, just left and right. Again, I think just being vulnerable and being confident within myself, and just being at ease with things. Like I've been able to just connect with others, and it's been an amazing thing. It really, really has. But yeah, so, and then one thing too, this shirt, well, I'm sitting, so it's kind of weird, but it used to fit like super, super tight, and now it's like kind of loose, and I was like super excited. So I've been kind of really excited about that too. But yeah, so I'll kind of get started. So just kind of with what I said, I think today, like what's been on my mind has just kind of been my confidence and like self-love and self-acceptance. You know, again, not trying to be the victim, I'm not trying to point any fingers, just going to share my story, going to share, you know, the way I saw things and the way it was for me. And again, now it's obviously has shifted and I'm in a different place in my life. But again, I'll share some things, and it's more of just my point of view, not pointing fingers, not saying I hate anyone, nothing like that. It's just, you know, my story and, you know, my point of view on things. So again, like I said, growing up, I don't think it wasn't the most supportive environment, per se. Like I've shared, you know, before, growing up Mexican and stuff like that, at least with my mom, again, she doesn't really know how to give a compliment, or it's always kind of more of a backhanded compliment, which to me it's not a compliment. You know, so it's always like, oh, like that's good, but it could have been better, you know, like, oh, or that was, you know, you did this was good, but that wasn't, you know. So it's kind of like that, like it's never just like, hey, good job. There's always like a but, or there's always, you know, something that kind of is putting you down. You know, one thing that my mom has always said, just growing up in general, is always like, oh, like mis hijas están, you know, son buena gente, están gorditas, están feitas, pero son buena gente. You know, so it's, again, if you grow up hearing that from your own mom, like, how are you supposed to even think that you're beautiful? You know, for those that you don't understand Spanish, she would say, oh, my daughters are good people, they have a good heart, you know, they're chunky, you know, fat, whatever you want to call it, you know, or they're ugly or uglyish, you know, like she was using it like in a nicer term, but it sounds uglier in English. But you know, she said, but they're good people that have good hearts. I'm saying, like, how are you supposed to, growing up hearing that day in, day out, like, how are you supposed to love yourself? You know, how are you supposed to accept yourself if you're like, fuck, even my mom doesn't think I'm pretty, or my mom doesn't accept me? So like, you know, how does that work? You know, so again, not pointing fingers, just kind of stating the facts and kind of what molded me and shaped me. And same thing with my dad. He would always just kind of say things like, you know, people will call like, oh yeah, they're here growing, you know, up into the sides. Again, always kind of just talking about our size. Again, I've always been more on the chunkier side. Obviously, over the years, like, it just kept going up and up. But you know, I've always been on the chunky side. So again, just kind of hearing that, like, around, the house, it's something that you kind of grow with and start seeing as a bad thing. In school, same thing. I was teased when I was younger. I was bullied at, middle school, high school, because of my size, because I was chunky, because I was fat, none of the boys liked me, no one wanted to date me, all that kind of stuff. So again, and you start hearing, in society, and you have to look a certain way to be pretty, to be beautiful. If you're not a certain size, if you're not, you don't look like this, you don't look like that, you're not beautiful. So again, I grew up always hearing that message and hearing that being fat was ugly, that being fat wasn't a good thing. I think now, being in 2018, now there's a bit of a different view now. It's like, you're curvy, you're voluptuous, you're, big and beautiful. Now there's different terms for it. And, there are plus size models. They do call it plus size. So, so the culture has definitely changed. I think there's still a lot of issues with that. And I think our youth or women in general still struggle with their look, self-esteem, body image and all that stuff. But again, there's a huge shift from when I was growing up to what it is now. There definitely is more self-acceptance and just awareness in general. So again, just kind of growing up around that, being teased, being bullied, because of my weight. Again, it's hard to really accept yourself when all you're hearing day in and day out is you're not pretty, you're not beautiful, you're ugly, you're fat. No one likes you, or even if they don't say it, but it's like all the boys are looking at the, thin girls, and yet you're there and no one even looks at you, or like, oh yeah, like Karina's just a friend, that hurts your feelings, I think once I got older, that's when I kind of was able to accept, like, okay, it starts with you have to love yourself first. But it still fucking hurts. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and say it doesn't. It still hurts, to have people see you that way or talk about you that way. So again, I think growing up, again, it was hard for me to really accept and love myself, just because, again, I never felt, beautiful. I never, at home, at school, like I said, I never felt like I belonged, which I know I shared this before. Like, I never felt like I belonged. I just always felt weird, different, but different in a bad way. I always felt just out of place, which again didn't help my situation, my self-esteem and everything. It's like I already didn't fit in because of my size. I had glasses. I was a weirdo. I still am, but now I love it. So it's like everything about me made me stand out, but in a negative way. So it was hard for me to accept myself and love myself growing up because of that, because I always saw my differences as a bad thing. I think it wasn't until like high school, again, just being teased and stuff like that, but I think when mid-high school, maybe just finding like my support system and finding like my weirdos. No offense to anyone, I mean that in the best way possible, but I think that kind of shifted a little bit for me, just because, okay, like I found people that I did belong with. I found people that, okay, you're not alone. There is at least a circle of people that share similar struggles that you do, view the world kind of similar to you do. So that shifted a little bit, but it was still, again, a little bit a little weird. Still kind of didn't fully fit in. There was still, again, that little voice always telling me like, you're not worthy, this and that, and again, so it was always kind of just fighting with it. Again, high school is when I started cutting, and I think it came from that too, not belonging, not feeling like I fit in, not knowing, what's my place. And again, all of those thoughts led to the cutting. I think it was once probably graduating high school, I think it's when I found myself a little bit more. I think I started feeling a little bit more comfortable within myself. I think not being in that environment of school and the kids and just being able to be me. And then college, again, everyone has their own style, and you're your own kind of cool. So I think it kind of shifted there, and again started hanging out with my sister and her friend, my wingman. We started going to clubs. Again, it was a BBW club, so Big Beautiful Woman. So I think that really is what helped me find some confidence and kind of shift it. That, there was again a place where being myself, being big was accepted, where, I was seen as beautiful. And I think again that kind of helped me find my beauty within myself, and I found the confidence, and I was a little bit more sassy and stuff like that, and just like, this is who I am, take it or leave it. Again, then just life kind of happened. Everything just kind of got to me again, I think, where I lost myself again. It wasn't until, recently, or again, going to Leaders in Transformation, going to Lit, that I found myself again. I found my confidence, and, I love myself, and I realized, all the things that, not that are wrong with me, but I realized, again, the thoughts and the conversations that I have with myself, and now it's checking those conversations and reminding myself, like, hey, it's okay if you're not okay. Hey, you are beautiful. You are beautiful the way, you're, with your size, with your glasses. You are a beautiful person inside and out, and, don't ever forget that. So yeah, so again, I now I can honestly say that I'm confident in myself, because I know who I am on the inside, that nothing that other people think will change that. Yeah, maybe I'm not where I want to be with my body necessarily, and I've shared my reasons why, but again, I do love myself. I love my body. I do think I'm fucking sexy as fuck. But again, there's just things that I want to work on, that I want to change. I want to, lose a certain amount of weight. But again, it's more for health wise than vanity, or saying like, oh, because I need to look a certain way or be a certain number to be pretty. No, I'm fucking pretty regardless. Right now I'm at 273, 4 pounds. I'm fucking beautiful. 274 pounds of my ass are fucking gorgeous. But again, it's more of for health reasons. I'm doing this for myself. But yeah, so now I can say that I found myself. I found my confidence. I am beautiful, inside and out. I'm powerful. I'm a leader. I'm confident. I am intelligent. I have a lot to offer. I'm funny as fuck. I'm passionate. I have a huge heart. It's a little black sometimes, but most of the times it's a heart of gold. I have a lot. I care a lot. I care too much sometimes. But yeah, I'm all these things, and I'm also a bitch. I'm also sassy. I'm also a brat. I'm also obnoxious sometimes. I'm all of those things, but I'm me. I'm Karina, and I'm fucking beautiful just the way that I am. So yeah, just kind of wanted to share that with you guys before I keep going on a tangent. I'll be here for 3 hours. But yeah, so that's kind of what came up for me. Again, just love yourself. Realize that people, you're never gonna please anyone. Some people you can do one thing for one people, but then other people are going to be like, oh, and you shouldn't do that, don't do that. And then, you please those people, and then others are upset. You're always going to find people that are upset with you, for one reason or another. So do what makes you happy. Fuck the world, focus on yourself and do what makes you happy. And then the right people will come to you. Like I said, once I started believing in myself, once I started loving myself, I have style. I got married. I never thought I would be married. My mom would tell me, you're never going to find someone, but yeah, hey, guess what? I found someone who accepts me and loves me for me. It has to start with yourself, but you can also find that on the outside. Again, my friends are so fucking supportive. Sometimes, I always tease out, like, I think they're more protective of me than you are, So again, it's just finding, love yourself, and then everything else will kind of fall into place. So again, thank you guys for your support. Thank you for everything. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to ask me. If not, I'll see you until tomorrow. Bye. Love you.